Hello. It's me. That's like Adele. Do you get it? That's funny. Anyway, I wanted to show you. I got my schedule. So if you can see, I will be starting to prime my body, which just means birth control pills, today. And then I will have 2 cycles of that. And then I will go in for an ultrasound and some lab work and start my stimulation medications on 3/10. That's the plan. These are all, like, these doses and these medications are all kind of guesswork right now till we see what my labs are. All of the highlighted stuff are questions that I have. I'm supposed to talk to my nurse today. I talked to her late on Friday, so we're going to touch base today and go over this in detail because I have a lot of questions. There's a lot happening on that page. So basically what it comes down to is I do 2 months of priming, and then I will start the stim meds on March 10th. And then they said that I should anticipate 10 to 11 days of the medications, with the tentative retrieval date being the 21st of March. So that means that every day for 10 or 11 days, I'm going to be doing several injects, either into my thigh, my stomach, or my butt. And then I will do one final trigger that will actually make my body release all of the eggs. And then I will go in 24 hours after that for the retrieval, which is a surgical procedure. So I'll go in early that morning. They do put you under, and it takes, they said 20 or 30 minutes for the actual procedure itself. And then I have that day and the following day, I believe, of just kind of low impact stuff. Not necessarily bed rest, but just kind of being real mellow. So there's that plan. I was going to show you. This is my giant book that I got from CCRM. It is, I don't think it has a title, but it's a huge IVF book. So tons and tons and tons of information. And we had to go through a half-day class and go through all of this stuff. It talks about the retrieval and testing and, you know, whatever you can imagine. But yes, I've gone through this entire book probably twice. Once just for general information, and then another time to highlight everything, all the questions that I might have and whatnot. These are all of my notes from kind of old stuff. When we first started the procedure, just a little background. We got really excited about, gosh, probably 2 years ago. And we thought that we had funding. We were told that a place funded medical procedures like this. And we went through the class. We were almost on the schedule, all this stuff. And then at the last minute, it fell through. And the reason it fell through is because the bank that we were going to use started using a different provider. I don't know what they're called. I'm not a loan person. But anyway, it moved to a private person to government, and it shortened the loan by years and increased the interest rate by tons. We were like, no way, this is like a mortgage payment, and we just weren't going to do that. And then my husband got an amazing job that is now supplementing. It's saving us about $10,000 with a supplemental don't know if it's called insurance, but it's a supplemental plan through something called Optum, and it's called Parent Steps, which I mentioned in the past. But anyway, yeah, that program is saving us a great deal of money. So anyway, we had to put everything on hold, go back essentially to square one. We had done all of our testing, and those dates, they expire. So I've had to go back and do some more testing, which means more money, which is super awesome. And, and needless to mention that the testing is not fun, but it's also financially a nice chunk of change. So we've been going through this process for 2 years now. It's not been fun, but I know about everything there is to know about IVF financing and procedure, from a healthcare perspective of, okay, we have to do A, B, and C, and then we have to get the financing, and then we have to do D, E, and F, and then, there's just so many steps and so many aspects of this, and I have quite a bit of experience at this point, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I don't know. I guess it's just worked out the way that it was supposed to work out. I wanted to also update you on where we're at. The last time that I did a video, I was talking about the financing for medications, and my husband, he's taken that over. So that's awesome, to kind of take some burden and stress off of me. I started the process and then he took it over. So that is almost done. It looks like we're probably going to finance about $10,000 for medications. I doubt that we'll need that much. Highly, highly doubt, but we are just being safe. It's an unsecured loan, and I'm going to tell you again the name of it in case you are trying to get some funding for medications. If you're wondering why you have to fund, I don't know if you've watched my other videos, but for medications, it can cost you up to $9,000 or something like that, even more. But typically, you're looking at about an average of probably $6,000-7,000 for just the medications. So that's why you would want to get some funding if necessary. But anyway, it's called American Healthcare Lending. And when you Google that, it is going to take you to prosperhealthcare.com. And those are the folks that work directly with Freedom Fertility Pharmacy. So anyway, that process is rolling, and we should know by the end of the week. We probably will have the money in the bank by the end of the week, which will put us at rest for that aspect of things. Right now, today, I have to make 2 calls. One is to my nurse to go over all of that highlighted stuff that I showed you and talk about the schedule. And then the other one is to the business office, which deals with the financial aspect of things. And the business office, I have several questions for them. But really what needs to happen is they need to go into my chart and pull what they call my protocol or treatment plan, and then my stimulation start date, and then they go to Parent Steps and they enter that information online into my particular account. And so once Parent Steps has that information, they will let us know, and then we pay Parent Steps at a discounted rate, and then Parent Steps will then pay my clinic. Are you following? And then my clinic will contact me and say, okay, we have payment from them, and then whatever isn't covered or they're not under contract with, with Parent Steps, then we will owe just straight to CCRM, the fertility clinic. So that process is going to hopefully start today. I tried to start it at the end of last week, but they didn't have an updated protocol in the system for my treatment plan, and they also didn't have a STEM start date. And that was my misunderstanding, because I thought we had to have everything else rolling first. But I guess I had it backwards. So I have to get all that information in, and then they can submit the plan and the date, and we can move forward. So anyway, that's where we're at. Again, if you have any questions, please post below about the insurance aspect of things. I'm happy to answer any questions. The Parent Steps, just so you know, they contract through United Healthcare, and it's a supplement. Not all United Healthcare plans have it, but some of them do as an option. And you wouldn't just know, you have to definitely dig. So there's that, and then also the financing for the medications through American, I forget the name of all this stuff, but I want to make sure you guys have that information. American Healthcare Lending, or the other name that it comes up under is prosperhealthcare.com. So anyway, that's where I'm at today, and I will check in and let you guys know what's happening probably in another day or two. Thanks. Have a great Monday.